Sup snacks, this is Raised All Eating Cake back here with another Minecraft build. Around a week ago, I was asked by the owner, one of the owners of the vanilla survival server I play on. I was asked to make a new hub because the old one, while looking really great, he felt that it was a bit too big and he wanted something smaller, a little bit simpler for people. So I started designing this hub that you can see right in front of you here. I started by making the basic shape of what I wanted and the pathway. After I was happy with the pathway, I added these bushes here on the side, which ended up looking really great. And that was the first thing about the build that I was really happy with. And that kind of set the tone for what I wanted, at least eventually. First, I played around with a bunch of different ideas. One of them being like very traditional Minecraft skyblock islands, and the other one being a survival house on one side. I didn't like either of these very much. It looked way too plain and way too boring. So instead, I started playing around with the portals, which I quite quickly came up with this design. Then added the glass paints of different colors, one blue, one green, just to add a more magical feeling that these portals are truly magical. After that, I finally came up with a shape of the island that I was personally happy with. And after that, I knew I wanted a pond, so I started working on that. And that is what you have here. It's kind of hard to see in it, but it ended up looking really good. I also have some hidden firefly bushes under. I added the bamboo. It ended up looking really, really good. After that, I started playing around with the left side, and I thought, I need a giant tree. Like, let's try that idea. Or well, before that, I actually tried making a river run. Before the pond and the tree, I actually tried making a river running through here, but it didn't look very good. I'm not very great at making rivers, so that's probably why. But then I made this giant tree, I chose the cherry blossom, and it ended up looking very, very good. I then added more details around this tree, like roots, cherry blossoms, some coarse dirt, these benches. I then came up with the idea of these smaller trees. I added a fallen over one. I added more bushes in this area. I added this pathway to the tree, campfire, and it did eventually end up looking really, really good. At least on this side. I struggled a bit with coming up with an idea for the right side. One of the first ideas I came up with was these new floating islands, which you can see right here. I first made the one on the right with the mushrooms. I added amethyst to add, once again, a magical feeling. These are magical islands. These are floating out. I also added glow lichen, at least on two of them. Not this one. I didn't feel like it fit in very much with this middle one. I was interrupted, and now I kind of lost the plot of where I was in my speech. These islands ended up looking really good. I chose the themes of them. I started off with as I said, I started off with this mushroom islands. Also, these mushrooms are spreading. I then chose this one to just be a normal grass one, and I chose the... what are these called again? Azalea flowers. I chose an azalea tree for this one. And then the last one, I had a bit of trouble coming up with a good one, but I eventually landed on the pale oak wood type. I also added some fences in there because I thought it was fitting. After that, below was still very empty, so I added in bushes. I added in this rock, which looked really good, but it was still just a bit too empty. So I eventually went to make this cave, which was something I did want from the beginning. I did want a cave, and I eventually did make a cave. And it ended up looking very, very good. Maybe I should have added in some more rock types in the cave too. Maybe. But it looks really good. I also added some firefly bushes and flowering blossom in the top to add some more magical feeling in this cave. This is a magical cave. One of the last things I added was that planet, which was in the old hub as well. I had a friend go and take a screenshot for me real quick, and I added it in there above the pond. Ended up looking really good. Before I added that, I did of course make the surrounding area, which was kind of easy. I used mostly world edit for that. I first played around with shape tools, just building up walls in certain different directions, some taller up, some more straight further back. Then I used another wand to clean it up so that you couldn't really tell that these used to be spheres. Then I used another tool to randomly spray out both tuff and andesite and gravel. Then I added grass on the top, mixed it in, made it look clean and good. Then I started placing around slabs and stairs at certain places where I felt it looked great. Of all three. Of course, there are no stair or slab gravels. So I just added in more gravel at certain locations in a manner I saw fit. The only thing I personally didn't add into the hub is, of course, these floating texts and the water inside of the portals. Those were done by one of the server owners, the same server owner that asked me to do this, RW Sender. In the end, I was really happy with how this turned out. I am really happy that people that have looked at this hub were happy with it as well. This was a shorter video, but I did want to fully explain this. Playing around with ideas like that is really fun. Finding what you think works is really fun. If you're wondering which shaders I'm using, this is Solus shaders. If you want a place to play semi-vanilla survival, the server has a great community, and it's just very good in general. It has many quality of life stuff. We have /home, we have /XP bottle, and lots more that you could explore by yourself. Also, there is a hidden cake somewhere in this hub. If you want to find it, I would also advise you to join the server. The server IP will be in the description. Also, if you want to play a place to play Skyblock, this is also a good place for that. I hope to see people join from this. If you like these types of videos and other stupid stuff I do on this channel, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'll eat you next time. Bye.